Good morning, everyone. Latif, good morning to you. Welcome to this morning's broadcast. This is yours truly, Mr. O. And we're going to talk about something very brief. And I believe it's going to help a lot of people. We began this topic on Monday where we were talking about the habits of effective or successful people. And Monday we talked about being proactive. And we said if you are proactive, you would definitely begin with the end in mind. And once you begin with the end in mind, you will definitely put first things first. So those are the three characteristics we talked about: being proactive, being able to begin knowing the end or having the end in sight. And I believe that ties into the prophecy of the Bible verse that talks about writing the vision and making it plain on a tablet and writing it, so that everyone who sees it will understand where we are going. All right, that is beginning with the end in mind, making the vision so plain and following it. And it says, even though it tarries, it will never, go wrong. It will always come to pass. You know. Then we said, if you are beginning with the end in mind, then definitely, most definitely, you you will put first things first. The important things, not the urgent things. Yesterday I talked about putting the important things first and not the urgent things. All right, urgent things scream at you, they call for your attention, but important things, you yourself, you can decipher, you can tell is something is important for you to attend to. All right, and this morning, the fourth one I want us to talk about briefly is the win-win, the fourth habit. Mhm. Most successful people, most effective people think win-win. Is that okay? They think win-win. Win-win is what? It's an attitude. It's a concept of the heart. It is not just a topic or something that you think about. It must be from the heart. All right? Benedicta, good morning. And before we talk about win-win, let me go back and talk about this webinar. This is a very essential webinar for all teachers who are coming to the US, and I am encouraging you to sign up for it. If you're on the subscribers page, you should have a different payment link to use. That is the subsidized version. And those who are already with me on this webinar journey, they know what you are going to get. Yes, they know the pillow talks, they know the behind the scene talks. Yeah, the realities that we tell you. Mm, that we don't joke with it. Is that okay? Yeah. We don't joke with it at all. We tell you as it is. So if you know someone who is coming to the US, either with any of the agencies, please share this particular flyer with them, this blue one, and let them sign up. Let them sign up. They can use the link or they can scan the QR code and you should be able to get in, or send the payment to the mobile money account that I provided, so that when you are done with payment, you can just send me the link, or you can just send me your screenshot. All right, you can just send me your screenshot and I'll add you to the list. Then I'll provide the link to you on that day. It's Sunday afternoon for me, it's Sunday evening for you on the GMT. So those of you in Ghana or on the GMT time zone, it is 6 p.m. Because now it is 4 hours between US and Ghana. So it is 6 p.m. in Ghana. Sorry. Clear your calendar and make way and make time and let's interact. All right? Let's talk. Let's delve into things that you need to understand before you step your foot in the classroom here. Okay? Yeah. So, that out of the way, let's go back to our effective strategies that successful people use. Prince, good morning. Okay, good morning. So, okay, if you want to be successful in Canada or in the US, you got to know some of these things. And you see, I am sharing these things because we teach these things to our students. Yes, this man who developed these particular theories is a multi-million coach. If you go for his coaching sessions, it is $1,800 that you pay for these particular habits. He has coaching sessions sometimes 3 times in a year or twice in a year for some of them. Even it's already booked, it's fully booked. You pay about $1,800 to learn some of these things. And you will not understand why the top CEOs are still being top. You don't understand why everyone in business is thriving, because they pay to learn some of these petty things. And so we are teaching it to our students, even kids that are in the elementary level. Yes, my daughter's school is a leadership school, so they teach them some of these things. The 7 habits is something that is ingrained in them. So at the end of the day, if the person you think the person drops out of school, like Bill Gates didn't just drop out of school, he dropped out of an Ivy League school. You understand? Now, having that particular attitude or these particular concepts would definitely thrive and succeed in business, because there are things that are ingrained in their system and in their DNA. But for us, it is the opposite. We are into rote learning, memorize, chew and pour, and that's it. But some of these petty things set them apart from us. You know? So okay, make sure you put these things in place. Begin with the end in mind. Okay, begin with the end. Where is your end? Prince, begin with the end in mind. Mm? Begin with the end in mind. Be proactive. That is number one. And being proactive, you know what you should do. Then, after all these 2 things, make sure you do first things first. When you come and you are supposed to be at lectures, go for lectures. If you are supposed to go for classes, go for classes. Don't sit there and say, I'm going to do Uber. You didn't come here to go and do Uber or to go and do DoorDash. No, you did not come to America to come and be doing other things whilst you are being paid for one other thing. You understand? So keep those things in mind. Habakkuk 2:2. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Prince. Thank you for putting the scripture there. This is very important scripture. Good morning, Familaro. Smiler, good morning to you. After the old curriculum, it doesn't really matter. But you see, these are the other intangibles that we have to be teaching to our students. The other intangibles. The corruption that they talk about will go away if we start implementing some of these things into our lessons. Even as a teacher, even though it is not in the curriculum, your students should leave your class learning some of these things. Learning some of these things. And that is the hallmark of a good and a professional teacher. Is that okay? That is the hallmark of a good and a professional teacher. And that is why we are drumming these things home. William, Wilfred, good morning. Yes, being consistent. Being consistent. Teach these things to some of your students, and trust me, you will see a lot of differences in their mind and their thinking when they grow. You meet them, you'll be happy as a teacher that you taught them. All right? You taught them. And my students will always tell you how I drive. I want to, you want to drive their brain and their thinking, their cognitive abilities towards a certain line. But the system we have will not allow you. But still, we did our best. We did our best. Bukaila will tell you why I always tell them to think or to have the third eye. Mhm. Very, very, very important. Eric, good morning to you. Greetings. Sarah, good morning. Oh, wow. You have my daughter's name. My daughter's name is Sarah. You know, so at the end of the day, these are the characteristics. And one of the characteristics that successful or effective people think or have is the win win attitude. All right. The win win attitude. This is a this particular attitude sees life as a cooperative arena, a cooperative environment, more than a competitive environment. Mm? This particular mindset or characteristics sees life as a cooperative. All right, take care. Text mommy and remind her that she's supposed to get. Sorry. Sorry. The win win attitude is a concept of the mind and of the heart that thinks what a win win, that thinks of a mutual benefit for each other. So, just as I'm doing, I believe in the mutual benefits. That look, if my brother comes to see or to experience this teaching opportunity in America, it does not, he or she is not my competitor. Prince is not my competitor. Eric is not going to be my competitor. Syria, you're not going to be my competitor here. Win-win attitude sees us as mutual benefit. You see, I'm looking at the mutual benefit for all of us. Yes, I'm looking at the mutual benefit for all humanity. That is a win-win situation. You win, I win. Whether you are an engineer, whether you are making $20,000, no. And you see, fortunately, I'm doing this thing. I'm on a J1 visa, right? Trying to transition. But trust me, some of these teachers who are coming with H1B visa. They are already starting with H1, which is a step ahead of what I started with. I am now moving to the H1. But at the end of the day, it's a joy for me because I don't see them as a competition. They are not my competition. I'm in competition with myself. You understand? I am in competition with myself. I am not in competition with any of them. Some are coming in with even green card. I've spoken to some one, two people, engineers who are walking in with their green card in their hand. They are walking in with their green card in their hand because they use the NIW pathway. That is the national interest waiver pathway. If you're an engineer and you are listening to me, that is a pathway that has been created by the US government. It's a sanctioned pathway, it's a legal pathway where you can walk into America with your green card in your hand and straight to job. You know, they are recruiting the best and the smartest, the brightest. So if you are an engineer, even if you are coming to do an engineering course, you are coming to do a master's degree in engineering, you are coming to do a PhD. Look, the moment you finish, you can apply for your green card easily. They will give it to you straight up. You don't need to go through all that we go through. If I talk about these things, I don't see you as my competition. It's a mutual benefit. That is how a win-win successful people think. Effective people, that's how they think. I am seeing it as a mutual benefit. It's a level playing ground. You understand? We go to the stadium thinking you win, I win. At the end of the day, if Josh is being paid 73,000 and I'm being paid 64,000, why should I be angry? It is the district that you are in. It is the experience that he has. It is where he's going. That is what he's starting with. Teachers are coming. Some teachers are coming to even start with 73,000 a year. That is $7,300 a month, and I'm not getting that as a teacher in my fifth year. You understand? And I'm not even used. I'm not even at the same place I used to start. When I came, we were even getting less than 5,000. Now it's more than 5,000. You understand? So, and some are even working with more money. As an effective, successful person, I think win-win. Win-win says we don't see the arena as a competitive field. It is a mutual benefit. Ubuntu, that is the word. That is the African word. The win-win concept is Ubuntu. You win, I win. You are because I am. I am because you are. That is how we should think. And if we start thinking that way, trust me, all the corruption, all the envy, small envy, witchcraft, it will stop in Africa. Yep. Trust me, if we all start thinking win-win, it will be basic. Life will be sweet for us. Oh. You don't know where. Life will be very sweet for us. But because we are always thinking evil, how can I outclass my friend? How can I bypass him? He's the director. Hey, why is he a director? He just came to the teaching field. Why? How can he be a director when I'm here? I've been teaching for the past 15 years and I'm not the headmaster. Past 15 years that you have been teaching, what development have you brought to yourself? What have you even have you even upgraded yourself? Have you even gone for a simple research or, I mean, professional development to add anything to yourself? That guy is working in with a concept of development, even in his old, like, even in his or her young age as a professional teacher, he or she has achieved a lot. Oh, yes. Yes. You can always do that. In fact, even you can do it at your lowest level, Stephen. Even at this moment, you can still do it. Trust me. At this level, you can still do it. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Mrs. Good morning. You understand? At the end of the day, I will see you as a win. You win, I win. It is not the matter of who has the biggest car. You know, that is how we were. That is how we were brought up. We were told that you are better than this person. Think that way. So all our thinking, all our attitudes, all the things we do is about, I am better than you. How can I outclass you? How, in a way, why? I mean, I want to drive the biggest car more than you so that I'll look better than you. And you see envy in families because we are not thinking. We are not thinking. We are not reasoning. It is not just about being empathetic. No, it's about seeing my brother, seeing my sister. Look, I am happy. Most of my friends are into IT, right? And if I talk to them, I tell them, listen, the way I'm happy, you know why? Because I am happy they are at the top. Because I am also aspiring there. I am happy because they are making the money. At the end of the day, every one of us will be free of envy, pettiness. I want people to succeed and see the light and succeed. Why? Because if you succeed, Josh, you will not be calling me, Benedita, Mr. I need some $20 to go and pay my children's school fees. So Redeemer will not call me that, Mr. Please, can you borrow me some $15? $15. How can I borrow you $15 if you can come and earn the $20,000 and the $30,000 sum? Why? That is how successful people think. Kenny, thank you so much. That is how we should think, and that is how we should start operating. See your students as cooperative. Listen, don't see yourself as your students are dumb. And you are the best. You are no. I always go to the class and I tell my students, listen, this question on the board, if I me myself, I have not solved it. So we are all going to solve it together. And then Mr. But you are the teacher. I say, yes, I'm a teacher. But this particular question, I've not solved it. I have not. I don't even have the time. So let's all do it together. Then we start. Mr. You missed this. Yeah. By the time we realize we all have the solution together. Me, you think I want to be there? No. Yes, I have my level of professionalism where it tells you have to stamp your authority and tell them, hey, this is it. But at the end of the day, there are times that you make the class very flexible so that you can bring them along. Let's win together. That is the Ubuntu spirit that must enter us in Africa, or else there'll be strife, there'll be envy in the families, and it will start from families. So go to our corporate institutions and all the way to the nation. That is how you see it. All the corrupt officials we see in our leadership positions, they didn't just come out of school and became corrupt. No. The spirit of enviness was shown in them right from their family level. Yes, from their family level. When a twin sister is seeing the other twin sister as a competition. When even a family, a brother is seeing the sister as a competition. So that thing was shown in us right from day one. Then it transcends to school, where you are being graded and say, you are the first, you are the last. So that spirit of unnecessary competition was created in our minds. Here, nobody does that. That is why they use the grading system for the university level straight up from elementary. From elementary, my daughter is seeing A, I'm seeing B, I'm seeing C. I'm not seeing you are the first, you are the last. No. That thing is not here. So the child will always believe in him or herself, thinking that, hey, I made an A in math, I made a B in science, I made a C in English, reading. That is the confidence that child is going to develop. That I am in competition with my own self and I must improve my own past, glory. You will never know happiness. Trust me. A lot of us are not happy because of these things. We are not happy because we are not content. Let me even use the word, you are not content with what you have. You are always having that kind of mentality. So gradually they developed into it, they go, and they become leaders. And when they become leaders, then it grows because now they have the power and they have access. These two things, power and access, then they are more, then it has become worse. You say, this president is corrupt. This MP is corrupt. No. It began from their family. Go and check their family background. They never began with a win-win attitude. They were not taught the win-win attitude. Stephen, that is the unfortunate situation. With that kind of mindset, we will die poor. You understand? Me, I want all my friends around me to see the light. So when I got this thing, I told them, listen, if you come to America, they will not take from my salary to pay you. They will not come and collect my car and give it to you. So come and teach and take the money some. The money is good. The place is nice. The place is wonderful. The tax returns, come and take some. At the end of the day, you will not be here and calling me, Evo, please, can you save me some $20? No. You will not be calling me and be asking me to send you $20. Mr. Please, my daughter's school fees, so my daughter is not in school. Can I borrow some $15 from you? No. Because I want you to also come. That is exactly what I did. And so when I started this page, my guys were like, Charlie, you there, we are not surprised. I'm like, see, it is a quest for all of us to get up there. If you get up there, all the strife, all the pain, all these things will go away. At the end of the day, there's a balance in all our lives. Nobody is a competition to any other person. People with that kind of mindset think about the mutual benefits. Benedita, it's true. Oh, you call me. Benedita says I'll still call you. Benedita, if you call me, I will mind you. Oh, yeah. Prince, it creates unhealthy relationships. It creates unhealthy. And trust me, if you see these top CEOs, if you sit with successful businessmen in America, right? Not even the most top ones, or not. I'm not talking about even the Amazon or Elon Musk and those people. I'm talking about successful business in even your county. If you come to America, and then you try and interact with some of these people, especially the white ones, you will hear the things that drive them. You will listen how they think, how they celebrate people, how they say, oh man, you won, man, congratulations, and they're happy. But we back home, when somebody wins, it's like we win and they have lost, and they lost, we have won. That kind of thing. You always want to see your brother losing because it makes you feel okay that you have won, or after all, we are all the same. That is what they call the crab mentality, right? As you are going now, they are pulling your leg. Calm down. We are all here. Where are you going? Latif, as you are going to leave now, that's what they'll do. They'll be pulling your leg. Calm down. Where are you going? Which kind? Calm down. Oh, yeah. Let's all be down there. So we grow with that kind of mindset. These people, they don't do that. They see you thrive and they celebrate you and they encourage you. At least 99% of the time, the 1%, you leave it to the 1% that are there. Yes, there are people who are envy here, but trust me, 99% of the time, there is a spirit of win-win. Because these things are taught from the kindergarten level, from the elementary level. They break these things down to the minute sessions for these kids. So they come all the way from elementary, having all these 7 habits, thinking about all these things, and they come to the high school, they are like, oh, okay. And when they get into leadership positions, these things drive their leadership roles. It drives them. Their integrity is very important to them. The maturity and their proactiveness. You see it and you're like, damn, these people. Stone, good morning. Latif, that is to poverty, envy, and they pull him down. Oba, you are here. Good morning. Kenny, that is a defeatist mindset. Oh, yes. That's why I said if you see an officer or a leader who is corrupt, who is wicked, it didn't start from that level when he got a job. It started from the family when he was growing up. Most of the time, go and check all these our corrupt leaders, go and check their background. Go and check how they began. They began with that concept. And if you lose, I win. It means I've won. So I'm happy. That is how the enviness, the strife, that is how it began. From that little young age. That is why I say kids, you can program kids how you want them to be. All right? Their mind is also blank. That is why if you even give birth to children, they know where the breast is, where they can suck. Trust me, if you turn them, they know where to look for. You understand? Especially those who have given birth before, you have seen a mother breastfeeding. As young as they want, they know. If you put them on the chest, they know what to look for. And ask yourself, who taught them how to suck? Who taught them how to suck the breast as a kid? Their brain is not dumb. They are not dumb, even from birth. That is why even scientists will tell you that even if you are pregnant and you play classical music to your child, it programs the child in a different way. If you are playing music, even music in general, it programs the child in a different way. If you are always reading to that child, reading on that pregnancy, it programs the child from a different way. So most of us were even corrupt from our womb. The corruption was impacted in our DNA from the womb, the time we got pregnant. Look, the neuroscientists, the neurosurgeons, the neuroscientists will tell you that how you were even conceived affects the way your life is. How you were conceived. Were you conceived in happiness? Were you conceived in pain? Were you conceived in anger? Was your father angry that day and he was beating your mother after beating her and he got her pregnant? How was the seed taken? Those things affect our mindset. Oh, yes. If you listen and you think deep, I'm reading something and I'm talking to some people nowadays and it's like, this thing, we got it wrong. If we knew some of these things, we would have done things different. And some of us, we are programming our children differently. The things you say to them, how you communicate, the things you speak to their mind. And let me use this. This is just a little digression. There is one thing I did from the one when I gave birth to, when my wife got pregnant. I keep speaking good things into the life of my daughter. You'll be the best. You will lend to nations. You will be the richest in the world. You will be a billionaire. You will never lack. You drum some of these things in them. Look, I can say it to a point that sometimes you said, Daddy, I know, I'll lend to nations. I'll own my own plane. I'll be helping people all over the world. I say, yes, that is a mindset. Let her grow, let her listen to other things, let her see other things. At the end of the day, yes, let it deplete a little bit, right? But the core will be there. He will still remember, my father used to say this, that I will lend to nations. people will come and pay to listen to me. Yes, I'll be the richest in the world. I'll be hit. If I say you will lend to nations, it's not about small money. You know, the rich people who lend to nations. The Virgin Islands, Richard, he owns the whole island. He owns countries. These people are buying islands and they are buying countries. Those are the kind of things I'm talking about. That is the kind of programming. So some of us grow up and all this, you never make it. Our parents say this thing, so you never make it. See, they'll be insulting us anyhow. So right from day one, that child thinks this is how I'm supposed to be. So they grow up like, well, my mother said I will never amount to anything, so why not? I want to prove to my mother that I will amount to something. Then they are looking for corrupt means to prove to somebody that they are worth something. If we program our children how success is or what success is, they don't need to prove anything to anybody. They don't need to do anything beyond what they are programmed to do. You understand my point? They don't. But we on the other side, no. Even teachers, you go to the classroom, teachers say some of the wicked things to students. Oh yes, I've been at the receiving end of those things before. Seram said the spirit of win-win is the only thing that sets us apart in all our field of endeavor. So, oh yes. If we think win-win, when that politician is eating and he's full, he will think about you that, it is okay for me. What about my constituents? What about my subjects? That chief, when he's eating with his two hands and he's full, he will think, these people in this village, what can I do for them? But because we think so different, we have a different mindset and way of thinking, it is sad that when that chief or that politician or that leader is eating with the two hands, he forgets that he even have a driver. Oh yes. And it's sad. It's very, very sad. Because we are not used to, you see, that's why I tell people that you put on your CV, I can be with a team. I can work well with a team. No, you cannot, because that spirit has not been developed in you. Because we win teams, teamwork. We win teams, teamwork. Let's all do this and win together. That is how we win things. But if you are always thinking about yourself, and that is how we were programmed to grow up, we think about ourselves. Your mother will tell you, hey, this family, you have to be better than your brother. You have to do this. You see your brother, he has bought a car. You too, you have to make sure you buy a house. Oh no, we are sowing the wrong seed. And teachers, I am and employee, I'm begging of you, let us stop indirectly programming these people for corruption. Let us program in them these good habits. Win-win. Let them start thinking that if I win, my brother wins. If I win, if I become a president, it's a win for everybody. I shouldn't become a president and somebody's had desire to kill me. Why? Because they know if I get there, I will not help them. That is the whole idea. See how people are, they said people are killing themselves in Africa because of leadership positions. It is because we never developed that kind of concept and mindset in our hearts. That is why we are where we are. And trust me, if we don't change, and I know the change begins with especially the young teachers who are teaching in the elementary level. Please, you have the template, you have the slate. You must program these kids differently. Speak good things to your children, to your students. Let them have that respect. Respect them. They are humans. Respect them. Don't think they are some filtered thing that they brought to you and you are the boss of all knowledge. No. Let there be a mutual respect. See them that, hey, if you win, if you pass, it's success for me. It means I'm doing a good job. Yes, it transcends. When your children are always failing, you are tagged. Why are they always failing your lesson? A story is told when we were in Winneba. a story is told of a lecturer who was in the science department, and the pro VC at the time also came from the science department and became the VC. Is it VC? Yeah, vice chancellor. Now they went for an academic meeting, and he was asked, the lecturer was asked, so let's say we are all colleagues, me and Benedicta, we are colleagues in the same department, and I became the VC, and Benedicta is still a lecturer in the department, and we went for an academic meeting, and they were looking at the result and said, Benedicta, why are your students failing? Apparently, Benedicta has taught me even when I was doing my degree. So I am a young VC. So Benedicta has already taught me when I was doing my degree, right? And I also went to do my master, to do my PhD, and we all came to the same department. And Benedicta was still teaching there. So Benedicta said, when I asked, why are your students, they look like they've all failed? The response Benedicta gave was that, excuse my language, the nonsense you were writing when I was teaching you and I was failing you is the same nonsense these students are writing and I'm failing them. See the response. A colleague lecturer to a VC. Even though I am the VC, he sees me as still his student. So he said, the nonsense you were writing and I was failing you is the same nonsense these students are writing and I'm failing them. So if you don't understand, you can go to hell. That was the response from that lecturer to the VC. Apparently, the VC was a student. And you see the mindset we grew up with. That is it. It's just sad. It's just painful. It's amazing how we can reason that way. It's very amazing. Good evening, Kingsley. Oh yeah, people compete with you without knowing you. I'm telling you. Look, I put something on my WhatsApp status yesterday. And somebody called me, we laughed. He said, oh, people will be in a secret competition with you and still be losing. People will still be in secret competition with you and still be losing. You don't understand. If you have a good spirit and a good mindset, that is how it will be. They will be in competition with you, but they will still be losing. Oh, yes. Prince, you are a scientist. You know this best. Even how you were conceived affects the way you think and behave. Our daily bread doesn't even permit us to grow rich. We all care about is food, and today, oh yes. You see, that is the thinking. All we are thinking about is 3 square meals. That is all. It is very sad, Stephen. Stone, I don't want to mention the name. That is why Stone knows the person I'm talking about. He told the VC that the nonsense you were writing and I was failing them is the same nonsense the children are writing now and I'm failing them. Stone, you know the person. I don't want to mention names here. How can we think like this? It is the way. So that person, that lecturer is growing with bitterness. He has so much bitterness in him that he's transcending it to all these kids. And so you see, if Stone is not smart and he also grows with that same concept and attitude, every student that will pass through Stone's hands will fail. And they will see themselves as failures. They will see themselves as they are good for nothing. That is how it is. And if the generation keeps continuing, then we'll make a lot of good people. And when such people grow to become corrupt, in quotes, in their fields of endeavors, as teachers, as lecturers, as headmasters, as principals, as leaders, political leaders, we don't understand how the corruption started. It started from the classroom. So you as a teacher, you have a role to play. You as a parent, you have a role to play. You as a community person, you have a role to play. Even a trotro mate, you have a role to play. A taxi driver, you have a role to play. How you communicate with your passengers, how all these things program people. Even drivers who drive school buses, they have a deep role to play. These school buses drivers here, they don't just pick them. If you do, hey, they'll take you off because they know you are driving kids. These kids, look, the whole thing is connected in a way. My time is fast spent. But I did that. It is not immaturity. It is just because the person has been bitter about something. And you see, the seed of bitterness was sown in that person from day one. So the moment he became the science lecturer, he thinks He's the epitome of all wisdom, and no one can touch him. And he's been in that competition with life all his life. So that is why somebody you even thought will become a lecturer and become a VC, and you are still struggling as a lecturer, not even a head of department. It's because of that kind of mindset. But if you think win-win, you win, I win. If my student becomes a VC, I am happy. Look, if my students become a president, look, I don't need to even go and look for him or her. I will be so happy that a student that I thought has become the president. It means there was something good that I gave to that student. An angry man is an angry man. Look at that, serious. Well, Benedita, I don't know. I don't know who sent him not to progress. I don't know. So you teachers have a big role to play. You are dealing with children. You are dealing with kids. You are dealing with young adults. Please, let's know how to program them. You yourself, if you have this concept and you embed them, you are very proactive. You begin with the end in mind. You have a good attitude. You have a win-win attitude. All these things will come together and you will give back what you have to these children. All right? Let me read some few messages and I'll be done. My students always see that I am not always when the performance is below average. Mugala, I don't get it well. Tobe, thank you so much. Thank you so much for engaging. Mugala, maybe if you can bring your message again, I'll read it, or else I'll go off. All right. So guys, I'll end here. So we have talked about 4 habits, 4 characteristics, 4 attitudes, 4 things that successful people, effective people, good people do. They think win-win. They begin with the end in mind. They are proactive. And they put first things first. Those are the things that we are talking about. Oh, your students always say that you are not happy when their performance is below. Yes. That is it, because you want them to succeed. You want them. Why are you teaching them then? If you want them to fail. That's why I don't understand those lecturers who think they fail us and they're happy. I said, why do you want me to fail? If you don't want me to pass, then why are you teaching me in the first place? So as a teacher, if your question is that, my students, I want them to fail, so that they know that, yes, I am the chemistry teacher, I'm the math teacher, I'm the oga. No. Why do you want them to fail if you are teaching them? Then you need to stop teaching them. You understand? You need to stop teaching them. That way, they will know that you want them to fail and not succeed. That's it. It's simple. Simple. Yaya, I'm doing good. How are you too, Yaya? Stone, I've made my mind to treat my former students as sisters and brothers, and it has really kept the bond. I never looked down on them. Anyway, my last station in Ghana was at your former high school, Sectec. Wow, Sectec is a good ground. Sectec is a very powerful place to teach. Trust me. The kind of teachers and the kind of things I learned there, it has made me who I am. In fact, I learned most things from even seniors. Student leadership than even my own teachers. I mean, those is when we were in Sectec. Teachers were not ruling. No. Teachers were not punishing us. Teachers were not disciplining us. It was the students. It was our hall prefects, our SPs. They are the people who were. Look, if they send you to the court, the student council, they will judge your case and they will give you punishment. And they can even give you internal punishment. And they will write to the headmaster that you have been given internal punishment for 6 weeks. Hey! They were so powerful. Look, when I went to SS1 in Sectec, I never saw the school prefect for almost a full term. Because when he's coming to speak in the dining hall, everybody bows down their head. You dare not raise your head to look at him. So that respect, that aura around the guy, when he speaks, when he says, he gives a command, it is adhered to. And I learned some of those things from a basic level. It was tough, but trust me, it was a good toughness that we had. You understand? Waking up at a certain time, it was good for us. So Seteg is a good place, Most of us don't even have the end in mind. We are just being. Stephen, that is a sad thing. I talked about it. You can go and listen to that video. I said, look, if you don't begin with the end in mind, every wave will toss you anyhow, anywhere, any place. The wave will just be tossing you back. It will be playing you like Chaskele. Yeah. Some lecturers go to the extent saying that you are not a good teacher, a teachable material. Oh yes, you see, those are the things. How can you tell your student they are not a good teachable material? Then what are you? You are the one teaching me. So if me, I'm not a good teachable material, what are you? You the teacher, what are you? Hmm? But anytime, let's do the best. Let's also change the narrative. Let's try our best to inculcate some of these things. That is why I say I talk about some of these things so that we, in our own small way, can start doing some of these things, and it will change a lot of things. Mm? Trust me, those were the good old days. Now, who born you now? Where you know, guys? I'll leave you here. My time is fast spent. I have to go, and I trust that we'll be able to interact tomorrow again, and we talk about one of the skills again. And before the webinar, please continue and remember to register for the webinar. Don't forget, share this thing to all those teachers you know are coming to the US this year, and let them fill the form, pay the money, and we will be able to interact on Sunday. All right. I'll see you when I see you. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.